Hi and welcome to our first ever commentated Laserforce video. So the goal of this video is for us to just sort of, as a group of experienced, and in my case less than experienced players, sort of look at some of the various aspects of playing Space Marines 5. I am Demihawk. I am joined by 2K King.
Hey, how's it going?
Light.
Hello.
Guy Next Door.
Yo.
Ninja Jack.
Hello.
And Roback.
Yep.
So in this video we're going to be taking a look at one of the scout games that we captured recently from one of our newer players. So without further ado, let's just dive straight in.
Woo, far out.
Yeah, so Jack, what was saying before, how he forgets how quick DK is. That dude moves.
But you've got to be quick off the start to get upstairs.
Yeah, that's right.
I think the key for taking upstairs, especially for green team, is if you're not fast up there, red just get too set.
Yeah.
You've kind of got to unsettle the red heavy if you really want to get upstairs.
I try and like rock my body back and forth and get that momentum going.
See, as a scout at this point, he should be out. He should be gone. He shouldn't be still up there because you got like green obviously have upstairs.
Yeah.
He should not still be there.
So, well, certainly there shouldn't be all six people up there.
Here's my reasoning why though, right?
Yeah.
I think it was fine.
Because
Five?
you've now kicked red out of trying to get upstairs, so
Yeah.
they're on the run. This is
Yeah.
like perfect time to actually be getting them whilst they're trying to get settled.
That's right. You should be able to hold upstairs with the heavy and the resup, and maybe one scout, maybe, but certainly not two, and certainly not the commander.
And see, at this point, I don't know, like, we don't have a timestamp, but at this point, he's still upstairs. And
Yeah.
at this point, their resupply is now trying to get established downstairs, and if you're hitting them while they're trying to get established, you're doing more damage.
More importantly, he's still upstairs, not taking a lot of resupply.
Yeah.
So if you're upstairs, if you hang back as a scout, this is what he should have been doing. But what he should have been doing from the start is taking resupply. But
The other thing is, as a scout, you only need 5 to get filled up.
And now there's
At the start of the game, you probably only need 3.
So the thing to bear in mind here as well is that it's only his third ever game of
Yeah.
Space
Yes.
Marines 5. And I guess the trick we have to balance with is, of course, you're trying to teach new players to play Scout. The kind of key is to make sure you fill up, you go out, drain everything you've got, come back, fill up, and that's your rotation.
It's more
for
beneficial
Scout.
to scout than anything else because of the rapid fire as well. You
Yes.
want to make use of filling up and using the entire rapid fire.
But I
it
guess
makes sense. Oh, sorry.
half of the new players will take one round of resupply and then go away again, and then they come back and they'll be like, oh, I'm still shot slow. Whereas the other half, like your comment on this video, is he's staying upstairs waiting until he's hearing from the suit. Shots
Yeah.
and lives fully resupplied.
What's
so.
he currently on? 30 and 60. So it's full.
He's
of
full
shots.
full of
on
shots.
he's full on everything.
It's fully.
30, 60 is full
There
for a
was a
scout.
different game where he was just hanging around in disco,
Yeah.
and he was full, and I was trying to get him to go, but he kept trying to attack red, and he got reset and then come back.
Well, what just happened then was he went down green base to go out attack, and somebody came in the corner, so he ran all the way back upstairs. So if that was me, I would have
Bolted past.
Yeah, gone right past him. You take a life with damage, but it means that you're ready to come back and attack the resupply when you come back alive.
And I think the other thing also that with new players is that it's getting to know that it's okay
So
to
this
go
comment's
out.
quite good.
Yeah.
He's just told
You know,
us
it's
command.
okay to go out and actually listen to your suit and like hear like lives low,
Yeah.
or something like that, because it's very easy just to like be in the comfort of like your resup, because obviously they're just giving you like lives and ammo,
Yeah.
like, and you just think, oh, this is, I found that when I first started playing Laserforce. It's comforting.
Yeah.
Like you're just like, oh, okay, I'm always topped up, because you always fear if I get eliminated, it's going to be bad for my team.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
I
Or
want to survive.
That fear of
The thing is, if
Yeah.
you listen to your suit and it says lives low and you go back at that point, you will still not get nuked out of the game.
That's right. Unless they drop 4. which
Unless
is
they
like-
drop 4, which is
That-
very
they
unlikely. So as soon as you hear that lives low, that's when you go back. If you hear lives crit, okay, now it's starting to get pretty dicey and you should already be back.
Yeah, but that comes with experience with the game. Like understanding that you need it is safe to go up there.
Yeah.
And if a couple of nukes drop and you're on lives low, you're not going to be completely killed. You might come out with a couple of lives if you get reset. It's okay.
So I've just paused here and we're just going to track back a little bit and sort of rewatch this, because I think this is kind of the importance of listening to your suit when you watch basically how many shots he burns from his rapid fire while he's trying to get...
Before that, go back even further.
This point that just happened, King was going to bring up an interesting point.
Yeah.
Go a little bit
Just
further
a little
back.
bit further back.
So he walks effectively into red and gets taken down from red base. And then tries again and gets taken down again, but then runs into Morange, being his commander, I believe, in this game. Yeah.
Or you watch here.
And he makes a comment about where that player actually is. So that's perfect,
Just
and you need to
here.
be giving that.
Yeah.
You need to be giving
he
that
actually
feedback.
communicated to his commander.
Not
It's
only
right
that,
here.
he's now going to attack. He's now following him in on an attack.
This is beautiful.
So
And
Morange
this is brilliant.
plays them out, but now as he turns around, and especially after he's going after you, Ninja Jack, he is burning that rapid fire
Yeah.
when the resets aren't going off.
Yeah, so yeah, like you said, the importance of listening to your suit, listening for the hit tone, because that means that you're not burning through. I mean, I don't know how many you used, but it looked like 20 shots.
10, 15
Yeah,
shots.
probably 5 to 10 shots.
They have 5 and no hit.
The same goes for trying to reset people. There's no point just shooting them unless you're getting that tone.
The upward look as he gets taken out.
That was a nice view of the
The ceiling.
our Laserforce ceiling there.
Yeah, never look up, folks.
You never know what you're
Phases
gonna find.
up, heads down.
Yeah.
No, straight
But I
Yeah,
mean,
just to keep looking straight.
but in all seriousness, like 3 games in, he's doing pretty well. Like,
Yeah.
yes, okay, he was upstairs for like a while, but like now when he's on the hunt, he's actually like, he's waiting for a couple of like a backup player to come in.
Oh well, that
And,
first,
like-
attack.
Yeah, like, and you see it again. Like, he's taking me down. He's taking the
Just
resets.
ammo.
He's probably got 1 or 2 shots off on a medium, if you're lucky. That's exactly what you want out of this guy. Like, and maybe taking a couple more at the beginning, you can actually go up for slightly longer.
Yeah, well, so like, had he, and again, this is something that like, as a newer player, won't understand just yet. But as you get a feel for, all right, I'm gonna listen to my suit and pick up those hits. Like, it means that you're not wasting your shots, which means he can stay out for longer. How many lives is he on?
Yeah.
He's got 28.
28.
Yeah, so he's still got heaps.
He's got heaps of lives.
So
Yeah.
he's still could have stayed out for.
He came back with 2.
Oh, did he? Oh, okay.
He ran out of shots.
Oh, okay.
He's doing well here because he's watching the top of long ramp as requested.
Yeah.
The one, I think the comment, I might have already made it to him at this point in the video, is that he just needs to stick his head out only and not show any of his senses if he's just taking like a kind of scouting type role.
One thing that can alleviate pressure in that situation, and we don't do it a lot at the moment, but it is a possibility to do, is if you have, instead of where he's sitting at the moment, if you have the scout looking around, looking down red ramp,
I was about to mention that.
yeah,
Okay.
He can poke his head round. If he sees someone coming, all he has to do is step back off the door and tell
tell
whoever
the
it is.
heavy, yeah. That's good.
Yeah, because from a reset point of view, sometimes it's easier if he just comes back around. Because if he stands there,
Yeah,
then
well,
it doesn't give a clear shot. I suppose if someone
No.
actually does come in.
That's right. You would just
So-
run shuttles between the two, getting resupplied.
Yeah,
and go
exactly.
back.
You go back.
And all you have to do is pop your gun around the wall. And
Yeah.
the resupply should know that it's coming.
And on that note, for resupping upstairs, coming back around, if you're going to stay there against this wall that he's on now,
Yeah.
is a good spot.
Yeah, if you're there purely just to
Just to get
resupply.
resupped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The dynamic changes in a 6v6, but because you don't have to worry about like having potentially 3 reset targets back in the base.
Well, sometimes depending on the game, but it can get quite heavy.
Yeah.
Upstairs,
Yeah.
like you got your entire team back,
Yeah, like
and you need to
4%
be,
people.
you need to have certain positions for getting resettled.
It's like
That's the aircon. That's awesome.
again, don't look up.
Just ignore the fact.
That was
so
that
good.
was so nicely done.
That's awesome to see that from somebody who's only played 3 Space Marines game. That little attack there is pretty fantastic.
Especially when they had no idea he was actually there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
That was a
I
couple
love
of
his little-
resets.
King exacting his revenge.
Yeah, you don't want to duke it out with King and Green
Yeah.
Base. You lose a lot of lives that way.
But that's
I mean,
important.
technically, you could have gone around for the reset.
Oh, I don't know about that.
There you go.
That's-
2 resets then.
Straight caught on camera.
Good.
So that's awesome work by Nate, by Jackpot. You know, picking up 2 hits and coming around and getting reset. Good job.
Oh, thanks, mate. And that's the other thing as well is, I mean, it will come with Knowitall, is that how far you can actually track as well. Like, from the footage we're seeing
So this
so
is-
far, he's doing it actually pretty well. Like,
Yeah.
giving people space where they need it, and also like, yeah, it doesn't work all the time, but
Yeah.
yeah, like getting away from being shot, and also knowing how far you can travel as well.
Yeah.
This is your ammo on attack too, right? Or green's ammo on attack.
Paranoia.
No.
No, Trips.
No, Trips is a scout.
Oh, the scout.
Yeah. He's playing under the suit name Zappa.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm the ammo, judging by the scoreboard. Yeah.
Reacted. Oh, this part's funny.
See,
Behind you.
that's interesting as well because while I don't know if he listened to a suit saying that it was the enemy new dropping, but or if he listened to the speakers, but back in the old days, we didn't get told whose nuke it was.
Oh, really?
No.
It was just nuke.
Right.
Gen 5 was just like nuke it.
Well, no, you would just hear the tone over the loudspeakers, which is
Yeah.
what I thought he had heard, but
Yeah.
then clicked that maybe a suit told him.
It's funny because at one point you do hear it over the speakers and you hear him kind of go, "Oh, damn, that was a bad time," but without hearing his suit, you know it's actually a friendly nuke
Yeah,
that's
that's right.
gone off,
Yeah.
and I think it takes him about a second to realise he hasn't actually been deactivated.
But the
by
fact that he's listening to the loudspeakers,
Which is great,
excellent.
yeah.
Because I mean, we get players now that don't even do it.
Yeah. I think
And
it's,
that's where so much of your information in the game
yeah,
comes from. Is over the
it's
loudspeakers.
so much more helpful in Space Marines 5 that there is no music that plays.
Yeah.
Like there's so much booming like gym house club type music for like standard and supercharged that you struggle to hear anything that really goes on, like the calls
Yeah.
for when players have rapid fire or when a nuke does go off.
It's funny because someone, I can't remember who it was telling me that they don't like the loud suits. I'm like, man, I need it as loud as possible.
Me too.
to,
So I
like,
can hear what's
hear
going
what's
on.
going
Yeah.
on.
The only time that's bad is if you're hiding in the corner. It's like, your team is coming
Yeah.
second or
And
whatever.
you're like, oh, thanks for that.
Which it doesn't do in Space Marines, but still, like,
Yeah.
you're like, shut
See,
the
if
hell
you
up.
look now, like Knowitall, he's on maximum shots, isn't it? 60.
Yeah,
And maximum
60.
lives. So technically, yeah,
You should push out now.
It should be
he should
pushing
have
it.
maybe like gone out maybe one resup ago.
Well, this late in the game.
Because he's using his rapid fire. You see, he's got no specials there, so he knows what he's. You know, he's actually activating them.
This kid is impressing me with his communication.
Yeah, because he just pointed out to Paranoia where King was, and Paranoia got the easy shot on him.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't have rapid fire.
Well, no, but he has been using them.
Oh,
Yeah, right.
Marge just hit him. Marge, you jerk.
There's a lot more friendly fire now than there ever has been as well.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think we might see some of those games possibly.
Not looking at anyone, Jackpot.
No, I never do it. Never do it at all.
I think we're all guilty of it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
God, that game was so funny. That was so funny.
But that's the important. That's one thing as well. If you friendly fire your own team, like novice or experience, that's just gonna really again. Also, personality sometimes gets into Laserforce if you haven't even noticed. Trev's out.
And Trev's just been eliminated.
he almost hit.
On a wall that big.
Yeah.
A wall 19
I mean,
mil
he's
wide.
skinny-ish. Right? Me, maybe not so much. I probably couldn't find you.
I mean, you just look at the way how he moves around. Like he actually gets around the maze. like without running and stuff like that, fairly quickly as well.
Yeah.
And it seems like he's actually picked up the game really well.
There's a certain level of timidness when it comes to a lot of newer players, and that'll stick with them, for quite a while. But he seems to not be suffering from. He's a pretty confident dude anyway, so. But it really helps his gameplay. We've got him then.
Rick.
Does he? Yeah.
I
This
mean,
was a horrible game.
we're into the hunting phase for Green Team, and he is doing well. He's he's clearing as much of the mazes as he can.
Yeah.
And he does. Those shots are a bit tricky.
Yeah,
it's so hard to
yeah.
try and show two phases over the top, but by the same token, there's a
there.
gap there for a reason.
Yeah.
And it really, unless you're over 6 foot, you're going to struggle to show.
I can't shoot
Two phases.
cleanly off the edge. So
Not directly down.
No,
Yeah.
not directly down.
Not onto red base, you can't. It's
Yeah.
really hard.
It's-
If they're slightly off the red base.
Yeah, if they're out like under the base or something, yeah. But if they're like tucked up against that wall.
See, that's one thing I've noticed in this game in particular and others is that, like, the commander, like, just before he drops nukes, almost needs to go find, like, a scout or a scout to, like, okay, guys, here's a quick plan. You can only, like, you go left, I'll go right.
Yeah.
And, like, as soon as he drops, like, that's when your scouts should go on and attack. But that's when you start getting, like, those
Well,
medic limbs and the ammo limbs.
We'll talk about some of that stuff because that's stuff that I want to touch base on during the commander game. But, just a quick note on that is that there are a lot of aimless nukes. Like if you're nuking for a purpose.
Yeah.
But we'll go into that. Just
Paranoia nearly defused that nuke. He came around the corner just as it went
So
off.
interesting. He missed the call there to point out that light was going down the back wall. But from memory, in about another 10-15 seconds, I think he does actually make the call when he sees him again. There.
That was close.
Yeah. So he did just call that light went underneath that time around, which is good. And of course, when you're trying to hunt, it's so important to know where the enemy players are.
Yeah.
Especially when the clock's running down.
In saying that, just saying underneath isn't necessarily the optimal
Giving
thing to
it
say.
direction.
It should be a direction.
Yeah.
He's underneath going to green, or he's underneath going to dead end, or he's underneath going to smoke gen, or
Possibly just saying going to wherever they're going is probably better than saying underneath, because underneath could mean they're going anywhere, especially in the middle of this maze.
So that's a pretty good effort.
3722 is good for your third ever game of Space Marines 5.
Like if you're in a maze and you've got especially that many players, like it can be it can be easy for them to kick you around the maze, especially if it's 7 aside, you can get lost in there and decimated pretty quickly. But
And especially like in that particular game, there were a lot of people that kind of know what they're doing as well. Like it's not just half a novice and half experienced.
it's not like a lunacy.
Yeah, exactly. Like there are a lot of people in there that did know what they were doing. Like kind of feeling familiar with the maze. Like if I shoot you here, then I expect them to pop up over here, and that's part of it as well. Knowing like if you shoot someone, you kind of know where they're going to end up.
Yeah. Alright, well, cool. Thanks for joining us, and make sure you like and subscribe for more. And if you have any questions or any comments you want to leave them in the comment section below. And on behalf of everyone here, we'll be signing off.
Peace.
Do it.
Peace.
Do it.
Ding that bell.